Shiekra! Ever since seeing this unique coaster type of the vertical drop roller coaster in the original Roller Coaster Tycoon, these coasters have fascinated me. Seeing one in real life made me in awe of its size, smoothness, and beauty as a roller coaster. But dive coasters, as they're commonly called, don't seem to get a lot of love from coaster enthusiasts. Not that they're hated, but they just don't seem to crack the ranks of some of the best roller coasters in the world. Find out my thoughts and experience on Shiekra at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay in this review. As Busch Gardens has some odd names for their coasters, Shiekra's name is derived from Shiekra, spelled Shikra, which is an Asian African bird of prey known for its vertical dives. When it debuted, Shiekra was the world's tallest, longest, and fastest B&M dive coaster. Though there are only 16 currently and only 30 back then, so it wasn't too big of a record. However, the reviews for Shiekra were favorable, with it being ranked in the top 20 in the Golden Ticket's best steel coasters before dropping lower and eventually off the list after 2010. Originally, this coaster was only going to be 160 feet, and similar to the rather basic models of the very first dive coasters, but Busch Gardens executives wanted something bigger. So the drop height was raised to 200 feet, as well as the first inversion on a dive coaster being added. Even after its debut, Shiekra would go through one final modification in 2007 when the traditional floor dive coaster trains were replaced with floorless seats that really helped to accentuate the height and the first drop. All of these additions help make this coaster a much better version of a dive coaster. Oblivion at Alton Towers, the first dive coaster, only has a single, though iconic, drop. Shiekra added to this while mixing in other B&M elements, such as a large smooth turn and a smooth inversion. But most of Shiekra's design is still all about its first drop, something that just isn't as stellar as it should be. After leaving the station, Shiekra climbs quickly up its lift hill before slowly turning around to give you time to take in the beautiful view of the surrounding area. Although I generally am afraid of heights, the high amount of walkways around the track made it a relatively calming experience being this high up. This section reminded me a lot of San Antonio's Journey to Atlantis. Then, the main gimmick of this coaster is the long hold while you stare over the drop. Since you've already been up high for a while, this hold isn't too special either, though it looks really nice off-ride. If you sit in one of the far right or left seats, though, you have no track under you during this hold, which does make it a bit more scary. Then you're thrown down the 200-foot drop. I feel the hold position as well as the long pull-out from that drop makes this drop just only okay. It's decent for what it is, but didn't give me any truly wonderful satisfaction or great drop feeling, despite how it is clearly the centerpiece of this ride. Then, you're thrown through a smooth inversion, followed by a long helix. I'm not a huge fan of helixes, but if you sit on the far left seat, you will get some nice sensations from being pushed a bit towards the ground, which is one of my favorite sensations on any floorless B&M coaster. Then you come to a crawl on a mid-course brake run. In theory, I love coasters to not have these stops, but if they make the ride better, I'm okay with them. And for Shiekra, it makes the ride better. The slow speed allows you to crest the second drop, this one into a tunnel, and just at the perfect speed to get thrown upwards out of your seat. The large drop didn't do much. This drop gave me a wonderful feeling of floating out of my seat each and every time, and was by far my favorite element on Shiekra. Then you go through a large turn where the right side of the train this time gets the sensation of being pushed towards the ground before going through a picturesque fake water splash that looks great, but doesn't offer much on-ride enjoyment besides the visuals. A final helix where you want to be on the right side of the train then occurs as you head into the final brake run. As mentioned, seat placement across the 8-seater row matters. The very outside seats are the best because of the visuals and sensations, with the far left, first in the row, maximizing the first part of the ride, whereas the far right, 8th in the row, maximizes the second half of the ride. Which half you'd like to maximize, if given the choice of your seat, is up to personal preference, and I suggest trying both, if given a chance. I slightly preferred the second half being better, since I like the second drop, and the second half's elements are just weaker in general. But there's a case to truly enjoying the first few larger elements as well. Having the front row on these 3-car trains doesn't really matter to me. The line will be way longer, but with the way the trains are built, you have a great view from any row. If there's no line for the front row, go for it. But it's nothing special that you need to wait for. Plus, the very back row is going to make both drops slightly better. So, it is probably best to sit there. Overall, how good is Shiekra? With its visuals, I want to say it's a truly special and magical coaster. And I do rank it highly given its size and the wonderful feeling I get off of its second drop. But it is also very obvious that it isn't one of the very best coasters out there, especially as Rocky Mountain Construction, or RMC, and other manufacturers have been adding more and more unique elements to their steel coasters in recent years. I rank Shiekra right below Six Flags Over Georgia's Twisted Cyclone. Shiekra is a great ride with its size, but Twisted Cyclone's 100-foot drop is better, and its sideways airtime adds unique elements that Shiekra just doesn't have. This means I put Shiekra in the company of very good coasters, but not as one that will be truly special for a very long time. However, I do rank Shiekra above Wonder Woman Golden Lasso coaster at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. This clone single-rail steel coaster from Rocky Mountain Construction receives great praise as having a solid first drop and super fantastic elements that whip you out of your seat. However, despite its great elements, Wonder Woman's first drop is only decent for me, and its short length makes me hesitate to rank it too highly, though many other coaster enthusiasts will rank Wonder Woman much higher. What are your thoughts on Shiekra and dive coasters in general? Do they deserve to be ranked highly, or do they get too much love as it is? Let me know, and as always, Cup Kun Krap.